So Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 1. Job done in the end, bounce back ability. Every time we concede a goal, boom, straight up the other end. First half, one of the best halves of football we have witnessed in a long time. Probably the best first half under this manager. But we didn't get the job done, and it was panic stations when they equalised. It was straight off a corner. Good performances over the park tonight. Some worrying injuries or substitutions that may be injuries. Martinelli scoring the winner. Jez, what did you make of the game, mate?
Mate, I'm buzzing. I am buzzing. I mean, that first half was reminiscent to me, Lee, of some of the great Arsenal teams we saw back in the past. Couldn't fault it, man. I couldn't fault it. I couldn't fault the fact that, all right, we should have killed the game in the first half. No question. It should have been 4-0 up, in my opinion. We didn't do it. But what I loved, Lee, what I absolutely loved was the fact Villa scored from a corner. Fair play. You don't see that every day in football. And, yeah, okay. But we went straight back up the other end of the pitch and scored a goal to win the game. You can't knock that. That is, to me, excellent. The mindset of Arsenal at this point in time, I can't fault. I'm loving it, man. And I know people are going to say, oh, you're Arteta out. You're Arteta out. Well, okay. Yeah, I am. But let's see where we finish at the end of the season, because we haven't yet played the big boys. But at this point in time, Lee, I'm absolutely loving what I'm seeing.
Nice to watch. Yeah, it's nice to watch. And especially after the game the other day, because I thought the game the other day against Fulham was shocking. I can't lie. Yeah, I thought it was boring, methodical. Yeah, and then when Eddie came on, okay, cool. We looked like we wanted it. Yeah, but it took us to go a goal down. Tonight, from maybe not the first minute, because the first 15 minutes or so, I thought we were not winning our duels, not winning collectively our duels or individually. But then they had that chance from Buendia. He spooned it over the bar at 0-0. And then after that, it was almost like, right, this lot of rubbish, let's go. Yeah, and on another day, Jez, that's 5-0 at half time.
All day, man. Sadly, our finishing wasn't clinical. And my concern there, and it is a concern, without Jesus getting that goal today to make it 1-0, who else have we got? Because Saka, fair play to the guy.
Off the boil, though, isn't he?
He missed an absolute sitter there, really. I mean, if that had been Aubameyang or somebody else,
Pepe.
that would have been Pepe. Yeah. Pepe.
Deported, mate.
That would have been, that would have been a goal. But yeah, getting on to your point, we just briefly touched on. My biggest concern is we seem to have some very glass players in the injuries we're picking up, and it's that early in the season. We're 5 games in, man, and we're going into Man United at the weekend, and then it's not long before we start the Europa League. We're fragile. We are fragile.
Well, we've got Europa League on, the Thursday afterwards, haven't we? And the thing is, after that, I think we've got Everton. Yeah, Martin Odegaard tonight wasn't great. Yeah, I thought he played all right in the first half. Wasn't great in the second half. Kicked the ball out in the second half to get himself substituted. Which I said with Ola when I did the watch along. I was like, you don't kick the ball out to get yourself substituted unless there's something wrong there.
Yeah, his ankle.
Yeah, and then they panned to the bench and it was the ankle and he was speaking to the physio. Same with Ben White. Yeah, Ben White went off and I thought, okay, maybe it's tactical. But then he brought Tomiyasu on and then he was talking again as he's walking off the pitch with the physio. So I was like, Ben White's done something here. So now potentially Zinchenko could be back. El Neni and Partey won't be. Odegaard, I don't know what's happened. As we're recording these, they're probably doing their press conferences. We're going to know a little bit more maybe. But Odegaard, I don't think, if you're kicking the ball out, I don't think you're making it for Sunday, mate. Yeah, I really don't. And we desperately need some reinforcements. Saka tonight, you know, we spoke about his chance that he missed. Yeah, I thought he was great in the first half. He looked lively. Yeah, he was spinning players, but finishing ain't been there so far. And obviously that'll come. We see him start slow last season, but he needs help. Yeah, and again, he wasn't substituted until right at the death. We've got Marquinhos on the bench. We've got Smith Rowe on the bench. You know, but again, the manager's not like Vieira's on the bench. You know, we still haven't seen Vieira in an Arsenal shirt for the first team yet. And it's like, maybe you don't trust him. Maybe they're not ready. Now add these injuries that we've already got with potentially tonight, Aaron Ramsdale telling the ref he's done his hamstring and then continuing.
Yeah.
What do you feel in the final 24 hours of the transfer window we need to do, Jez?
Oh, mate, we need to do some business, but I think it's far too late now, Lee. You know, this is typical Arsenal. This reminds me so much of the January window. We let players go and don't replace. We've now picked up injuries. We've got Partey, and we've got possibly Odegaard. We've possibly got Ben White. We've possibly got Ramsdale with a hamstring pull. And we just don't have the backup. And we're not going to be able to replace all these players in this window now. And I'm sorry to say it. I know when Nketiah came on, he gave it a good go, but no. If we lose Jesus, what are we going to do, Lee? And Sunday, we're up against Man United away at Old Trafford. We always know they're one of our biggest rivals in history. They will always turn up against Arsenal, and we have got to go up to Old Trafford with probably half a squad. And even if we sign, look, let's get it rightly. Even if we sign 3 players tomorrow, they're not going to be ready.
Yeah.
Challenge against Man United. You know, we you and I are old enough and ugly enough to know that's the case. So,
and this is the thing. This is why we've been screaming out. Like, people have been saying about Don Edu and all of this. Yeah, right. The fact and reality is we've got rid of Aubameyang,
Pepe,
Lacazette, and Pepe, and replaced him with one player in Jesus. Yeah, and that one player, he's a great player. Big up to him. He is a fantastic footballer. But again, if he drops, we're dusted. Yeah, and we're on a tightrope, and we've got Fabio Vieira coming. Nobody knows how good or bad that guy can or can't be, yeah, because nobody's ever seen him play. Yeah, and it's like, if Mikel Arteta can see that Odegaard's gone off injured tonight, why didn't you just chuck him on for the last 5-10 minutes?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just show us a little bit about what he can do and where he can play and how he can play. Like, and I don't know, it's frustrating at times, but listen, we got the win, yeah, and we're 5 unbeaten, 5 straight wins and all of that. It's just very frustrating at times to see that, you know, we could be nearly good, yeah, but we just hold ourselves back. Remember when when Leicester won the league, yeah, and we didn't go and buy anyone, yeah, and it was, you know, we should have gone out there and got someone. Instead, we didn't bother, yeah, and it was.
And Arsenal that season were the only team to beat Leicester twice.
Yeah, we was, yeah.
And we nearly did it, but as you quite rightly say, Lee, we didn't invest and therefore we didn't win it. That was the last time we actually had the opportunity to win the Premier League. And I am so happy about what I'm seeing from Arsenal, but my worry now is, yeah, okay, you can go on being negative now. We've got some injuries coming in and we've got nobody to back us up. And that, I think, is all of a sudden, and we've got some big games coming up now. In the next 6 weeks, we've got some big teams to play. And that's what we've got to turn up and play the big boys. And I hear people saying, oh, we haven't played anybody good. Well, no, we haven't really. I'm not being disrespectful, but we've got Man United away, and then in a few weeks' time we've got Man City, and then we've got Tottenham,
Liverpool. We've got in the next month or so, we've got all the big boys coming up, and then after the World Cup, we've got them all away.
Yeah,
which is mad. But listen, we're going to do player ratings in a bit. So make sure you stick around, people. Make sure you smash the likes up. Go and check out Jez's channel, Arsenal History and More. That link will be in the description of this fan cam. Matt's up next. Go and check Kenny out. He's already dropped. And then my fan cam will drop last. And then player ratings will drop after that. But until then, we're out of here, people. Arteta out.
Arteta